Hi, very good morning. Today I'm very excited. I'm very excited because we have a very good topic for our discussions today. See, when we think of a psychology, people wonder, people are very curious, sometimes fearful, how the people's behaviors are the different in the different environment. At least science has established some facts about psychology. But when it comes to parapsychology, there is something makes people more curious and more fearful, and something science has not established enough of proof for. So anyway, you got to know now we are going to talk about parapsychology today. So have with me Mr. Nagaraj sir to provide us more details on parapsychology. Just to mention, okay, he has a depth knowledge on these subjects, and he can speak for hours together, even I can say days together on this subject. So on behalf of viewers, I would like to request you to throw some information on psychology as well as parapsychology. And what really, in context, what in comparison, what is the difference between the psychology and parapsychology?
Yeah, I shall tell you that. Thank you very much for calling me for this interview. I'd be very happy to put some points on psychology and parapsychology and differences between psychology and parapsychology. I'm not an authority for this anyway, but whatever I have understood, I will definitely would like to put it on record so that people may put some more inputs for that and improve upon. I would be very happy to do so.
Yeah.
Now, when we say psychology, psychology is completely based on the behavioral aspect of any living being. It's not restricted to only human beings, because psychology is something connected with mind and behavior and the process of improving personality. See, it's a big subject, so I don't want to get into that subject now because we are into that parapsychology. We would like to highlight some points on parapsychology. See, now we're coming to the difference between parapsychology and psychology, as name itself suggests. It is not purely psychology.
Yeah.
This is something connected with beliefs, what we believe. So mind, suppose you have some mind, you feel that you have a mind power, you can control everything from outside you.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
So
true.
that power, the belief of that power makes you do something, and many a times it manifests itself in a different way, like telepathy. See, telepathy is a big subject. Many have tried to establish some proof or something, but still people believe that telepathy is a very, very, very remote way of communicating between two persons who are not nearby, or maybe nearby also. A person who is away about 1,000 miles away, you can communicate to that person through your mind. That is the belief we have. That is something connected with telepathy.
Something supernatural.
Or many a times you think something, the other person also thinks the same thing, and it coincides. So it is explained in parapsychology in a different way. The match of wavelength of thinking. See, everybody has a wavelength, and that wavelength matches. Naturally, you will be thinking, and the other person thinking may match together, and that may manifest into this some similar aspect.
Yeah, sure. See, even before getting into any particular area, on behalf of viewers, just I would like to know what areas of parapsychology exist. So,
There are many. See, even superstition. There's a study of sixth sense. See, normally there is always a joke I have come about sixth sense. I would like to say, when does this sixth sense work? My friend always says, when all the five senses fail, the sixth sense works. Of course, this is in a lighter manner.
Yeah.
This is not when we are into serious discussion. I think we should get into that.
Yeah.
Well, parapsychology is something, there is no boundary for that, or there is no limitation for that. Oh, it has got a vast subject. We get into that in different ways, and there are tons and tons of information given by so many people. They have written many books on this, and there are 100 to 1,000 authors on this parapsychology. See, in a lighter way, I would like to get into 2 or 3 aspects in this interview, because we don't have much time to explain. If I'm correct, I think you have put a limitation for some things.
Especially for this.
Yeah, I know. Say parapsychology in general, psychology and parapsychology, of course, it's human behavior, and here it is something on belief.
Yeah. There are many experiences, okay, anyway, that it's not authentic because, okay, there is no scientific evidence established, but the people say they have experienced mind-to-mind communication taking place. Maybe it's in a supernatural sense or beyond 5 sense what we talk about. Maybe I think it's pointing towards telepathy. What really this telepathy or this mind-to-mind communication is all about?
Yeah, there is a scientific study for this. The sixth sense, normally what happens, you will have extraordinary capability of foreseeing something, or maybe you have some experience previously and that you remember at a particular time, and that helps so many people. Or even regression, say previous birth, you may go into that and a mental regression and then find out what you were earlier, and these are the things. Anyway, it is not, there is a scientific explanation. When there is 10th cranial nerve, it is called, in the spinal cord, you have a 10th cranial nerve. That nerve is responsible for your sixth sense. That is what the scientists have found out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
See, we have 11 cranial nerves. Out of it, 10th cranial nerves, that is 10th cranial nerve is responsible for sixth sense, this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sixth sense, you can say, you can always explain in something foreseeing, or something you are seeing out of. In Mahabharata, you have said Sanjaya. Sanjaya looks at the battlefield and explains it to Dhritarashtra by sitting in the palace. That may be attributed to sixth sense, okay. Or a Divya Chakshu, it was called earlier.
Okay. Is it something called recognition?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now we have television, wherein your information receives on the screen and you can watch it live. Whatever is happening in London, you can see it here.
Yeah, it's live streaming anyway.
So technology has come in a different way, but you cannot link it with your parapsychology part of it. That is the main problem.
Yeah. I would like to give one the incident which took place, but anyway, just I was not aware whether to call it as a sixth sense. But in a sense, I can still call it as a sixth sense. I was traveling on a bus, but had a sense something is going to happen. Maybe we didn't even cross maybe 1 kilometer. Within that time, actually, that kind of an accident took place. 2-3 people just fell down from a bus, but I could somehow able to sense that something is going to happen within maybe within 2-3 minutes or whatever. But that comes true. But if I explain that to somebody else, maybe it's like there is no.
They can't.
Yeah. There is no evidence. Maybe people might feel okay, it's a true or false kind of a.
I think scientists have explained in 2 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
They have tried to explain. I can say it's more.
Yeah.
See, when you say something, when you foresee something and something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel you had a forethought and then you saw.
Mm-hmm.
That is one explanation. Mm-hmm. Another explanation is, if you think that happens like that, normally our previous Purvajas, what you call the elders, always said, don't think bad, that may happen.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the 2, this again you can say it is superstition.
Can we call this as a superstition, or can we call this as a sixth sense?
The person who foresees only can establish his belief, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
But this has no evidence at all. Yeah. Unless it is completely explained, and it is so dynamic, it keeps changing. You just cannot make out that because of this happened.
Mm-hmm. One of the viewers just pointed out that anyway, this is something actually many notice. See, when people in good connections are far away, one might be thinking of others and other might be thinking of the same person. One might try to call that person, but by the time you call, okay, you get a call. So it's nothing but I don't know whether
It is explained under telepathy.
it's a telepathy, but do really why that things happen. So the evidence. I mean, if you think about a mind, is it a synchronization which is happening, or what is the real explanation we can
No,
give
the
to,
only small, very light explanation is matching of wavelength
okay,
of the
okay,
mind.
okay.
Mind, sound travels, and you see every tiny sound is travels in a particular wavelength.
Mhm.
So if that matches with the other one, naturally it picks up.
So there is no boundary actually.
There is no boundary.
So it's not that okay, you should be a local
Yeah.
or you
Yeah,
should
that's
be
right. That's right.
geographically, apart.
That's
so
right.
that can happen.
That's exactly
Okay.
the explanation.
But unfortunately, somehow science, since okay, there is no established physical evidence, there is always a contradiction whether really, I mean, it's real or not real, or true or not true. So this is going to happen all the time.
So many have made a
Yeah.
study on black magic.
Mhm.
Black magic is also a sort of parapsychological subject. But it is also termed as something as weakness, a mind's weakness. If a person becomes highly insecure and then start doing something tantric, this thing, by that he feels that he can do something bad. Many a times that do affect people. So thereby you cannot establish that because of this that happened. And a weak mind can express things. Weak mind is always weak mind. You can't do something bad or good to anyone else.
Yeah, true.
So once you become insecure, it's a weakness. So again, black magic doesn't have much effect on other person because of this weakness. This is an explanation. Anyway, this is not something I'm telling that this happens like
Yeah,
this. No, it's
true,
not like
true,
that.
true.
It is a study that has been done like this.
Again, this falls under superstition because people
Yes,
say,
superstition. Superstition is again something. Say you feel that something bad is going to happen if some cat goes just in front of you.
Yeah.
So your thinking is that. But our elders also said that because you think bad things happen.
You rightly pointed out. So yeah, definitely there is always a notion actually when the cat passes away. If we are passing in a vehicle,
Passes away.
yeah, that's different. Anyway, when it crosses the road, so what they do is okay, they stop for a moment, maybe they stop for a minute or something, and then they start. Yeah.
And that is second part of superstition. What is it? You stop for a minute, you feel that that evil has gone, and nothing is going to happen. You go further. So again, you are putting something positive in your mind that something is good I stopped, so nothing evil will happen. That's a positive
Yeah, true.
feeling. So till you get that positive feeling, don't move.
Yeah.
That is another way of putting it through.
Yeah, true. See, the one more question I need to pop up even for the viewers. How many of you are not into this kind of notion? Like one is a cat example, what you have given. Something similarly, even do good auspicious things or good things. Okay, even people doesn't even choose a Tuesday, what we call it as a Mangalwar. Something it surprises. There is nothing left in a day, but again, it's all about your the kind of a trust or a kind of a belief what you have. So one is a cat incident you explained. I mean, do you have something to pass on regarding the day we keep it for these auspicious activities?
See, this is the dynamics of our mind actually.
Yeah.
See, cat is an example. See, like that you have hundreds and millions of examples. See, even performing yaga, yajna, all the beliefs that we do by doing good things will happen. Even many people go to some tantric to get pregnant. That is also possible. So many a times it happens. They believe that going to tantric and getting some prasadam, that has been explained in our mythology also, that has happened several times, but that has been misused several times in our present day. Well, we will not get into those aspects. But these are the beliefs that we have. But still, I also do believe that positive thinking has a great effect on our mind.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
See, here I would like to explain how positive thinking affects our psychology. See, positive thinking is a positive force and positive energy that flows into you, and that energizes your positive thinking. So then positive thinking rotates back to your spinal cords, and again you get extra energy wherein you definitely land into doing something good.
It's kind of a motivation to do good things in this
but
space. Yeah.
negative is also as powerful as positive. If you inculcate in negative things, naturally negative things will happen.
Yeah, true.
So this is what I believe. Anyway, even this also has no scientific evidence.
Yeah, true.
But this has been a belief for everyone, and it is commonly accepted factor. So that is why we believe this is true, and it has become so obvious also.
Yeah, true. And there is one more point which always surprises me is precognition. Something people can foresee what is going to occur. So, I mean, again, it's also the works in same as a sixth sense, but maybe this is little bit beyond the sixth sense. I mean, do you have something to talk about in this case, the precognition?
See, sixth sense is something, an extra power, that is extra mental ability I can call. Some people, like some handicapped people for example, they will have an extraordinary ability in a different area. So that normally gets fine-tuned or compensated in the nature. Nature has got that, but we have not been able to understand fully nature what it is scientifically. The science has not been able to explain completely what the sixth sense is and how it works, how this parapsychology study is based on these aspects. No, I have read one book by that is Macro Hill or something, some hill I remember. Here and long back I read. There is a thinking, grow money by thinking. You can earn money by thinking. Yes, to a certain extent, it is true. You know why? See, without imagination, you can't build a house.
Yeah.
Right? You have to have an imagination that you should have a house of this type. Then you construct. Even utility building for that 24-story building is also imagined first. So unless you get into your imagination, you can't do anything. So that becomes a driving force for you to build.
Yeah, true. I agree.
So this can be attributed to one more thing. You have a aim, you have a goal. What is goal actually is something, vision that you have. That vision is imagined. So you work for that and all your energy will work along with you to achieve that.
Yeah, true. True.
That is the idea of having positive energy or the goal or imagination or anything. These things are definitely classified under parapsychology.
Yeah, true.
See, in nutshell we can say parapsychology, whatever we can't explain scientifically, is parapsychology connected with the human beings.
Yeah, perfectly right. Perfectly right. Hope viewers have the details on parapsychology. Though we didn't go in depth on each and every areas, we keep that for the coming sessions. So thank you very much for providing all the information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.